Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is the fourth video in learning Lightning Web Component. So alright guys, we in past three videos we discussed something basic about the development. We learned HTML, we learned CSS, and now we are planning to learn JavaScript, which is a programming language. Okay, so before starting learning programming language, I mean any programming language, first we should learn the concept, how to learn the programming language. In current market, most of the programming languages are object oriented programming language. So if you learn one programming language, it will be easy to learn any other programming language, since everyone follows like each programming language follows the OOPS concept. So first try to understand what is the OOPS concept and how how it works and what is the actual concept. So before going to coding, directly coding, first try to understand how to learn and relate with our day-to-day life. That will make our concept clear, and in future it will be easy to learn other programming language. If you learn one programming language, for learning other programming language will be just some syntax different, just you need to check the syntax, that's it, but the concept will be the same. So this is very important video. In this video I'm going to just relate the programming language with our day-to-day life, or means whatever we see we are going to relate. Okay, so object oriented program, I'm going to write some sentence, try to understand. So first thing is, I'm going to, in object oriented programming language, no matter it's Java or Apex or JavaScript, these all or other programming language, these all follows the object oriented programming language concept. So what object oriented programming language says, I'm just going to write and tell whatever we see is an object. Whatever we see is an object. Okay, and we need an object to do any work. Try to understand this line. Whatever we see is object and we need object to do any work. For example, let's say a pen is nothing but a object, right? And we to write something, we need pen, right? We need pen. We don't need any other thing, we need the pen. So whatever we see is an object, just consider it as an object, and we need object to do any work. Okay, first line. Second line, try to understand. Before creating any object, okay, before creating any object we need to do something, right? Let's say you want to build a car, right? You want to build a car. You can't just to, or you can't just take the material and combine and assemble or make a car. Let's say you want to build a house. So you don't just buy everything and just start making. There will be some steps, right? What you do first step? The first step is to design, right? First step is to design. Design. You have to design. Okay, so how will design? You will make a design document, right? You will go to some architect engineer, and you will make the design document. You make the design document. This design document is also known as, there is one more word, if you remember, there is something called a specification. There is something called a specification. If you don't remember this word, try to remember when you go to buy mobile phone or a car, or let's say anything, you just ask with the shopkeeper, right? What is the specification? A specification nothing but the design document. the specification, like let's say if you are buying a mobile, you'll ask the specification like battery capacity, RAM, camera, pixel. You write all those specification, right? That specification and design document, these both words are same. You have to make the design document and a specification. Okay, so before creating any object, you need to make the design document or a specification for anything, no matter it's pen or car or TV or mobile. First, the design, like architect, engineer, they make the design document or a specification with all the features, like how much should be the battery capacity, what is the the camera pixel, what should be the mileage, everything. For car there should be one, for Toyota car there should be another, like for every object there should be first we should make the design document and a specification, right? Okay, this is the document. Okay, this is the document. In programming language, this document or a specification is known as a class. Try to understand this line. So if someone is asking what is class, mostly a student will reply class is a blueprint. If you Google it, you will get class is a blueprint. But in actual, what is class? Class is nothing but the design document. You say class is a design document or class is a specification. This will make you unique in interview. Okay, so you can say this is different. If interviewer is confused, you just explain with the real time examples, that what is class, what is design document, means how you said this is a design document, how you said this is a specification. You can explain. This will make you unique. Okay, one more thing, I'll write one more line. Just by making design document or a specification, this word is, I just love this word, specification, you cannot do anything. Just by making the design document or a specification for anything, you cannot, just by making the design document for your house, you cannot go and stay there, right? So just by alone you cannot do anything, just by making design document, or you have to make object. Because we need object to do any work, right? We have to make object. So with this line, what we can say, we can write just by creating a class, we cannot do anything. Just by creating a class, we cannot do anything, because class is just a design document. Just by creating a class or design document, we cannot do anything. We have to make object of this class, and one more thing here, to make object we need class. Try to understand. To make object, to make a house, first we need design document. Without making design document, you cannot make the house, or without creating the class, you cannot make the object. Keep in mind. Okay, this thing you understand. So learn the means process flow. First, what we do, we create a class, right? Class is nothing but design document or a specification. Okay, after once the class is ready, what we do, we create object of that class, object of that class. Okay, no, sorry, it's create, CREAT, object of that class. Okay, we create the object of class, and once the object is ready, what we do, just use it, right? We cannot use the class or a specific design. We need an object. Once the object is ready, just use it. That's it. Your car is ready, you just drive and go wherever you want. Okay, now we talk about the what is class. Okay, so what is class? Class, as I said, it's a design document or it's a specification document, right? So what a class can have? A class can have, you know, uh, a class can have like some properties. A class can have, let's say I'm writing a class, 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 and name of the class. I'm writing the class is the keyword. Try to understand class. How to create class? How to create class? So in all programming language almost it will be the same. So try, if you understand this thing, it will be easy to. So writing, I'm writing a class, name of class, let's say class name, some class name, class name. Okay, name of the class, and then start and close. So in a class, what a class can have? A class can have two things. What a class can have, and think what a class, what a class, let's say what a object can have, and what a object can do. Okay, two thing, a class consists two thing. Okay, a class can contains two thing. Okay, so this is the syntax. A class can have only two things, what a object can do, object can have, what a object can do. Okay, so let's learn from an example. Let's say I'm creating a class, car class. Let's say I'm writing class, and name of class is, let's say, car. I'm writing a car class. Okay, I'm writing a car class. So what a car can have? Two things, right? What a car can have, and second is what a car can do, right? What a object can have, what a object can do. What a car can have, what a car can do. So what car can have? It will have name, right? Car name. It can have mileage, it can have color, it can have owner. So whatever a car can have, we write inside the class what a car can have. Okay, what a car can have, we will write. Like, you don't need to worry about this. When you are developing any application, there will be requirement, you will get the requirement and everything you have to write here. Okay, so these are nothing but what a car can have, what a object can have. These are known as properties or variables. Try to understand variables. These are the properties or variables. Okay, try to understand that. So this is nothing but, you can see, right, this is the like properties of car. Properties, what is the properties of car? Like name can be a properties of car, color can be properties of car. So these are nothing but properties. All right, this is properties, or you can say variables. Okay, and what it's called, what a car can do is known as functions. This is known as, try to understand, remember these words, functions, functions. In other programming language it is also known as method. In Java we call it as a method. Okay, in Java we call it as a method. Okay, what a car can have, in Java we, or other programming language we call it as a method, but here in JavaScript we call it a function. So what a car can do? Car can jump, right? Jump. It can run, it can like drive, right? It can like horn. There will be this like functionality. Function is nothing but like functionality. Try to relate with the real type or reality. Function is like functionality. What it can function, right? Like a mobile can play the game, it can play the music, play the video. That is nothing but the functionality of mobile, right? Mobile class. And what could be the properties of mobile? It could be a brand, it could be a battery backup. That are like properties, right? So if you understand this thing, you try to watch this video. It video contains lots of deep knowledge and connection between our real time. So I suggest you to watch 2, 3, 4 times and try to just relate with your real time. What I said, object is something which we used to do. For example, a car, we can use only car, right? We cannot use the design document of car, right? But to make a car, you should have design document, you should have that specification document, right? You cannot just build a car without having the design document or a specification document. Okay, first point. And the design document or a specification document are known as a class in programming language, right? And the actual car is known as the object. Okay, so what is the flow? First you have to make design document or a specification document, that is nothing but the class, and by using that class you will create object and then you use the object. Okay, keep in mind. And what a class or design document can have, so a class can have two things: what a object can have, what a object can do. What a object can have is known as properties or variables. What a object can do means what object can function, it called as a function, right? And in other language it's called as a method. Okay, so how we create class? We write the class name, starting close bracket, and we write the property. There could be the multiple property and there could be a multiple functionality we write, right? And then we create object of this class and we use it. That we learn during the coding. So before jumping to the coding, first try to watch this video, learn all this concept, and then we'll start first. We'll start with how to create the variables. Like if you are writing the variable, you have to write some data type. Okay, there should be just some type. For example, name will be different type. There are different way to create the variables. We learn different way, how to make the function, how to make class, how to make object. That thing we learn. But this is like overall. If you understand this, I say you understand like 20-30%. So watch this video 2-3 times and try to learn the concept. Okay, in next video we'll directly jump to the code editor and we'll start writing the code and learn the JavaScript. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next video.